Okay, so I think we need to sit down and have a conversation about some of the negativity that has been going around with the Arkham trilogy on the Nintendo Switch. I think the game has been getting a lot of negativity, and is it warranted? Well, that is the question, and we're going to discuss it today. But if you guys are finding me for the very first time, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up and smash that subscribe button for all future content here on the channel. So one of the things on my Christmas list was the Arkham trilogy on the Nintendo Switch. I really wanted to be able to play this game on the go and not have to use the Steam Deck necessarily. I just wanted to be able to pop in the cartridge and play the game. Very simply, I'm a big fan of the Arkham games. I have them on the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One, but I wanted to play it on a newer platform. I wanted to play it on the Nintendo Switch because Nintendo Switch is like my favorite console. Like, I love that console. Is it the most powerful console? Absolutely not. Is it the best console on the market? No, but it is my favorite console because I'm able to play these games on the big screen, be able to undock it, bring it to work. For someone who works a lot, I'm able to play it on my breaks, and it just allows me to play games like the Arkham games on the go. And for me, I just have loved the Switch through its entire generation, and I can't wait to see what Nintendo does with the next evolution of it. But the Arkham trilogy has been getting a lot of negativity when the game released a few weeks ago. And is that negativity warranted? That's the question that I asked at the beginning of the video, and hopefully I'll be able to answer that question for each and every one of you if you're thinking about picking up the game, or maybe you already own the game. And I'm kind of curious to see what your thoughts are, so you can leave those comments in the comment box below. So I spent the last few days going through each of the three games, kind of playing it and just kind of checking out how the frame rate looks, how the graphics look, and more importantly, the gameplay. Does frame rate ruin the experience of the gameplay? And here it might be a hot take. I think the trilogy is really, really good on the Nintendo Switch. I know there's a lot of negativity going on right now on social media and YouTube about how bad this trilogy is, but I think if you go in with a level head, open mind, you'll come to realize that this is actually a really good trilogy. When it comes to the Arkham games themselves, the first two Arkham games were Xbox 360 and PS3 games. So, it's a no-brainer that these games would run really well on the Nintendo Switch. These are games that ran on the Xbox 360 and the PS3, so it goes to reason that those games will work perfectly well on the Nintendo Switch. But the game that I see a lot of people talking about is Arkham Knight. Now, here is my copy of Arkham Knight on the Xbox One. It's available on the Xbox One, the PS4, and you can play it on the Series X and the PS5. I fired up Arkham Knight expecting to see a horrible game that does not run, that looks awful, and I have to tell you, I'm not seeing it. Does it live up to the quality of the Xbox One and PS4 copy? No, absolutely not. I can't believe anybody would go into it thinking that it would. Why would anybody go in thinking that Arkham Knight would run just as good and look just as good as the PS4 Xbox One copy? I do not understand. But with that said, it's not so bad to where people think it's unplayable. Here's the thing. If you own the Nintendo Switch, chances are you probably own an Xbox or PS4. If you are someone who wants to play the best versions of these games, then you might as well play the Xbox and PlayStation versions of the game. You can get the Return to Arkham collection on the Xbox and PS4. You can get Arkham Knight on the Xbox and PS4. If you are someone who is like very sensitive to resolution and frame rate, and you want to play the best versions of these games, then stick with those versions of the game. But if you are someone who just wants to play your games on the go, then these are very good games. And I really don't understand the amount of backlash that this game is getting on social media. Yes, these games aren't perfect, but it's on a Nintendo Switch. You kind of go in knowing that you're going to sacrifice some things to be able to play this game on the go. I played all three of these games for the past few days on the big screen on a 75-inch TV, and they look good. They look good. They're not as good as the Xbox and PS4 versions, but they look good. And then you undock it and you play it, and it looks great that way too. The biggest problem I ran into was the Batmobile scenes in Arkham Knight. The graphics don't look that great. It looks very choppy. The frame rate slows down a lot. so much so to where the game actually stops for like a millisecond just so everything can kind of catch up. Those are things that are kind of bad, I'm going to be honest with you, but I don't think it breaks the entire collection. First of all, the Batmobile stuff in Arkham Knight is god-awful anyway. I'm not a big fan of Arkham Knight, so I didn't buy this collection to play Arkham Knight. I bought this collection to play Arkham Asylum and Arkham City because those are the two best games out of that trilogy. The fact that they didn't put Arkham Origin on here is just sacrilege. I love Arkham Origin. It should have been Arkham Asylum, City, and Origin, and they should have left Knight off. But they added Knight because it's a Rocksteady game. Origin's not a Rocksteady game. So I get why they did that, but I think they should have just done those 3 games and left Arkham Knight off. But I played through Arkham Knight, and it's really, really good, except for the Batmobile stuff. And that's just something that you have to sacrifice. If you're someone that only owns a Nintendo Switch and you don't own any other console, I think you could pick this up and enjoy the games. It's sort of like the Metal Gear Master Collection, where the Switch version is getting rocked by everybody. And I picked it up and I own it on the PS5 and the Nintendo Switch, and I play the Nintendo Switch version more than any of it because I'm able to play it on the go. I played through Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3 because of the accessibility, being able to play it on the go. I will sacrifice 60 frames to 30 frames if I'm able to have more freedom of how I play the game when I want to play the game. If you are someone who's very sensitive to all this stuff, then you're just going to stick to your home console version. But if you're someone who loves these games, played them a bunch of times, and you want to play them on the go, the Nintendo Switch is the way to go. And I just think the game is getting way too much hate. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. But I wonder what you guys think. Have you picked up the Arkham Trilogy on the Nintendo Switch? What are your thoughts about it? Do you plan on picking it up if you don't already own it? Leave those comments in the comment box below. Smash that like and subscribe button. Until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and thank you for watching.